So guys, for the making of our beautiful circle top would require these two pieces of fabric, one for the sleeve and the other for the main body of our top. So without further ado, let's jump right into today's tutorial video. As always, it's your girl Uwa Apparel. So first, we'll start by taking our body measurement on the fabric of the body of our circle top. And here I have in a fold 2 yards and 7 inches extra. Okay, so I actually joined my fabric together on both sides because it wasn't long enough. I didn't have enough fabric to cut, so I joined fabric on the side, as you can see. And this is me taking the measurement of the length of this fabric, 2 yards and 7 inches of length. So what I'm simply doing now is folding the fabric in two. I've actually ironed it out already, and this is me showing you what it looked like. And you can see the way I'd folded it into a triangular shape. Okay, so from this point now, you can see me take my zipper allowance of 1.5 inches extra. So I made a point there, and I'm simply using my straight rule to rule a straight line all the way to the bottom of this fabric, as you can see right now. Okay, so next at the top, I'm going to be taking my shoulder to shoulder measurement divided by 2, which is 8. So I made a point there, and I'm going to be using my straight rule to rule across it, as you see me do right now. So from there, we'll be taking our neckline measurement and then our arm hole. So for my neck depth, I took for both the back and the front a measurement of 4 inches wide and 3 inches of depth. Okay, so I'll be using my curve rule to draft my simple round neckline pattern. Okay, so next to that, I took my 1 inch shoulder slope and I'll be connecting it back into the neck point area. All right, so from that shoulder slope, I went down by 9 inches. So this will be our chest point. So I'll be ruling a straight line across that point, which I just made now. And from that line is where I'm going to be taking my bust round measurement. So my bust round is 40 inches divided by 4 will give me 10. Okay, so also you can see that from the shoulder slope, I connected it to the chest line using my straight rule. And on my chest line now, I took my measurement of my bust circumference and I added extra 2-inch allowance to it. So that's what you just saw right now. And then using my curve rule, I'm connecting the points together like I usually do in most of my videos for my armhole. Now, to determine how wide our flare is going to be, I am taking a measurement of 28 inches. So you can see me make a point there at the border of this dress. And then using my straight rule, I'll be connecting it back to the armhole area there. Okay, so I still have a wide piece of fabric left on the side. So I also decided to extend the A shape or the wideness of this flare. Okay, so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm extending it further using my straight rule. And then also from the starting line at the top, I'm going to ensure that I have a measurement of 27 inches. So you can see what I'm doing right now. I'm taking it all around from the starting line to be able to get a perfect flare top. So the measurement I'm taking there is 27 inches. And then I'll go ahead to connect all the points together now. And after I was done, this is what we have. So I've also gone ahead to cut it out. You can see it already looking beautiful. So I've gone ahead to place the back fabric on the table. As you can see, it is in separate piece. And I'm placing the front of this dress on top of the back fabric. And I'll go ahead to run stitches on the shoulders first, as you see me indicate. with my finger. And after I was done, this is what we have. So I have my bias fabric. This I'm going to be using to pipe the neck area of our dress. Okay, so this is the neck. You can see it already neatly done. So I'm simply placing my fabric properly, and I'm going to be stitching on both sides now by 1 inch. Okay, so I'll run my stitches around the portion I'm indicating with my finger by 1 inch. And this is what we have after I was done stitching. I've also gone ahead to iron it out. So we'll be setting this aside now, and then we'll go ahead to work on our sleeve. So this fabric is what I'm going to be using for our puff sleeve. It's not a short sleeve per se, it's a 3/4 sleeve. And I have this pattern that I've already drafted out. I'll be leaving the link to this video. So this I'll be using to cut on my fabric. Okay, so if you want to see a detailed step-by-step guide on how I drafted this bell stroke trumpet sleeve pattern, kindly click the link in this video attached to the video. So I'm simply holding it in place now using my pins. And take note that my fabric is in a fold of 4. It's in a fold of 4, okay? So I've held it now using my pins. Around the armhole area, I am using my chalk now to mark about less than half an inch around the armhole area. We do not actually need extra allowances for that sleeve cap there, okay? And then at the front there, you could see I went down by 1 inch. Then for the bell portion, I went down by 3 inches. And using my curve rule, I added half an inch to the front. So these extra allowances is to ensure that my sleeve is wide enough. So you can see how I've drafted it now. I've also gone ahead to cut it out, and this is what we have. So I have here 2 separate sleeves, as you can see. Okay, so next I'm going to be attaching this piece of fabric, which is like the sleeve band, okay, to it. So this is the measurement for my wrist. It's 9 inches. Okay, that's what I have there, and that's what I used to cut out this band. So the length is 9 inches, and then 1 additional inch, making it 10 for seam allowance. So the sleeve band is 10 by 6 inches. Okay, so you can see the portion I'm indicating with my fingers. I'll go ahead to run my loose stitch on it, and after I was done doing that, you can see me pull on the thread. So ensure it is a loose stitch around so you can pull your thread to make gathers. You can as well decide to make pleats, but I wanted mine to be gathers. So I'm simply pulling on the thread carefully, and I'm going to make gathers of about 10 inches of length, which will be equal to the length of the sleeve band. So while I'm doing this, I would also be checking to ensure that it is not shorter or longer than the band. So you can see me here trying to measure to see if it is now equal in length with the band for our sleeve. So now I've been able to achieve the exact length I want. So you can see the way I am placing my band fabric. So ensure that you place the band fabric on the wrong side of the sleeve. And then after stitching, I'm going to be folding it by half an inch, as you can see me do right now, on top of the stitch that was run initially. And then I'll go ahead to run my top stitch on it. Okay, so please take note of what I'm doing now. It's very simple. So I'll go ahead to run my top stitch on that area I just indicated with my fingers. So this is what we have after I was done stitching. So I'll go ahead now to attach this sleeve to the main body of the dress. Okay, So you can see me, placing it on top of the shoulder of this dress. So ensure to make a notch at the middle of the sleeve so you'll be able to place it rightly. And then I'll be stitching around that portion I'm indicating with my fingers. And this is what we have, okay? So I'll go ahead also to close the opening there around the sleeve by 1 inches. So guys, if at this point you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Kindly hit the subscribe button, give your girl a thumbs up, hit on the notification bell so you get notified whenever we put up a new upload. So guys, the last and final thing which we're going to be doing to this dress is closing it at the back. So you have two options. For me, I didn't need to put a zipper. It was my perfect size. It came through my head and I didn't need a zipper. But if you are bursty and you feel the need to attach a zipper, you're going to be closing it from the portion I'm indicating with my fingers now all the way to the border or the bottom of the dress, and then you attach a short zipper around that portion I just opened up, okay? But for me, I stitched it from the top to the bottom, and after I was done, this is what we have. It really looked very beautiful. It is a perfect outfit for maternity, and it will also look good for regular everyday casual outing. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'll be seeing you on the next one.